Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. This is your host Ram welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happening Show. And on this Cricket Happening Show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brief preview of the first ODI one-day international. As you know, Pakistan have clinched up the T20 series against Zimbabwe 2-0. And now the focus will be shifting on to the one-day series, which is about to start on 1st of October. And as you know, there is a difference between T20 and 50 over one-day internationals, so that will be a different kettle of fish, but nevertheless it should be an exciting fair in prospect. Pakistan versus Zimbabwe, the first one-day international starting in the Harare Sports Club, I reckon, on 1st of October. And then in fact, West Indies, who have been hit hard by a lot of controversies. With yesterday we saw Phil Simmons being dismissed as the cricketing coach, and now I would say West Indies have selected the teams for Sri Lanka for the T20 and ODIs, and I am happy for one person, and the name of the person I'm going to tell you now. He was missing from the World Cup, and I thought he was one who was really missing. None other than the mystery spinner Sunil Narine, who bowls so economically, and now, as you know, he has been cleared of all his bowling actions and everything. He didn't play in the World Cup, but refreshing thing for West Indies to happen amidst all the brouhaha that is happening in West Indies cricket is that Sunil Narine has been selected in both the T20s and the one-day internationals, and it's also good to see that Kieron Pollard and Dwayne Bravo are also back. So I'll be talking about those changes that West Indies Cricket Board have done after the World Cup. They made, I think they made probably 8 changes in the team, if I'm really right. I'll be talking about that, no doubt about it. But first, let me do the preview of the first one-day international, which is coming up between Pakistan and Zimbabwe. The first one-day international which is going to be played. And looking at Zimbabwe, which is the home team, and they are the ones who are under pressure because they couldn't get a single T20 win under the belt. For Zimbabwe, well, looking at the way things are, I'm a bit surprised, but not very surprised, that Brian Chari has been included as the opener, who is going to, I probably think he has scored a lot of runs in Zimbabwean domestic cricket. He plays for Matabeleland. He plays for the Tuskers, I suppose. Yes, the Tuskers opener, but Matabeleland Tuskers, they are the Matabeleland Tuskers, is the opener. So he and Chamu Chibaba. Chamu Chibaba always, I feel, that is a refreshing thing to happen for Zimbabwe. I think Chamu Chibaba and Brian Chari. Brian Chari probably a man who can really knuckle down at the crease, along with Chamu Chibaba's aggressive stroke making. So Chamu Chibaba and Brian Chari will open the innings. Craig Irvine will come in as one drop. Hamilton Masakadza is slotted at number 2, but I can tell you in one-day internationals, Hamilton Masakadza would be the batsman to watch because he can really settle down, and then finally he can unveil some glorious strokes. Sean Williams, who has been into Zimbabwean cricket for quite a long time, it's very essential that he goes and hits a big one. He has been getting some 70s and 60s. Yes, he definitely does his job, but now Zimbabwe would be expecting some big things from this bloke, Sean Williams. Sikandar Raza, also a very exciting stroke maker, good to watch too, and he doesn't waste any time. He's perfectly suited for one-day cricket, and he was also has his off-spin bowling, which will come to the equation. Then Elton Jugumbura, the captain, always a burly guy and likes to really tear the leather of the ball with his hitting, and of late we have seen that he really plays some percentage strokes too. He rotates the strike well. Richmond Mutumbani is the wicket-keeper, started at number 8. Also has the ability to clear the infield pretty well, but unfortunately he definitely has a lot of talent, but that talent has to really flower in and really come in handy when things are going on for them. They have also got a combination. They have brought the leg spinning all-rounder Tino Mutumbodzi has come back into the team. So they are going in with 2 leg spinners here, if you look at it. So one reckons, what is the real ploy? Is it because Pakistan have a lot of left-handers? One doesn't feel so. but one really fails to understand why Zimbabwe have got two leg spinners in the mix, Tino Mutumbodzi and Graham Creamer, who can also bat, we know. But Tino Mutumbodzi, whether it was required, one does not know, or probably they could have gone for John Nimbu, right arm off spinner. But Tinashe Panyanga is there, so the pace bowling, according to me, is looking weak. So what, to me, after looking at this Zimbabwe squad, I'm coming to the conclusion here, saying that I have a feeling that definitely it looks like Zimbabwe are short of pace resources. Whether that is the right way to go, or probably Zimbabwe wants to experiment something here. Because if you look at the Zimbabwean pace resource, it's very, very thin, because there's only one genuine pace bowler, and that is Tinashe Panyanga. So who is going to get the shine of the new ball? Well, it could be, in my opinion, if I look at this team, I think there's only one man, there are two people who can actually get the shine of the ball, and I don't think whether that is the right ploy. One could be Elton Chugumbra, the captain himself, or it could be Hamilton Masakato, who bowls some military medium pace. But I don't know whether that is the right ploy against Pakistan, because I feel when the new ball is fresh, you need to have two new guys, two bowlers to actually hurl in the new cherry. And I'm a bit surprised that Zimbabwe are going into this particular first one-day international, and that was the first one-day international, and I'm really surprised that they are going in with just one genuine pace bowler. I don't know whether that is the right way to go, and that too against a team like Pakistan. Well, tomorrow we'll be having the answer in this one-day series. Probably they can prove me wrong, probably so. Looking at the way things are looking, I have a feeling that Zimbabwe have decided that they're going to attack the Pakistani batsmen with spinners, and looking at the pitch, it's going to be a bone-dry pitch. So whether that is something which has prompted them to do that, or probably it's going, but whatever be the case, you can't go into a match without two genuine pace bowlers, and I think there's a cardinal error there, but probably Zimbabwe can prove me wrong. I'll be very happy to see that they prove me wrong, and Zimbabwe have probably thinking that they can they are trying probably an experiment where they can attack with a spinner. So the bowling will consist of Tinashe Panyanga. I think Tino Mutumbodzi and Graham Creamer will have to bowl the entire 10 overs, because if they are not able to go, they still have some resources, like Chamu Chibaba is there, Sean Williams can bowl, Sikandar Raza, but probably they are taking a chance here. Well, that will be known only tomorrow. As far as the Pakistan team is concerned, well, as you know, Shahid Afridi was the captain for the T20. Now every team has their specialist captain for separate, for all the versions of cricket. As far as the one-day version is concerned, Azhar Ali is going to captain the side. Azhar Ali, well, let me tell you, he is a wonderful player. He has shown that he is a good captain too, and he also has all the strokes in the book. Even with his orthodoxy, he can really, really frustrate the opposition and get a lot of runs under his belt. Ahmed Shahzad will be there. Ahmed Shahzad will open with Mohammad Hafiz, always a tried and trusted combination. Shoaib Malik is also a very, very good contributor. He has got a sort of cemented his place into the Pakistan team nowadays. Sarfraz Ahmed, we all know, he started off his career with a real bang, and I'm sure he's another one who the Zimbabwean bowlers would be knowing that Sarfraz Ahmed is capable of some good strokes. And then they have Ahmad Yamin. Now Bilal Yasif. Now, as you know, Mohammad Hafiz has been banned from bowling, so Mohammad Hafiz off-spin bowling won't be same, and that will. So that's the reason Pakistan had to really, really scan into their cupboard and see who is the bowler that they could bring, and they decided that they would bring in Bilal Asif. So Bilal Asif is the left arm is the right arm off spinner who is going to replace Mohammad Hafiz. Then they have Imad Wazim, who did a wonderful job to be player of the series in the match against Zimbabwe. And then they have the leg spinner Yasir Shah, and the pace attack would be led by Wahab Riaz and Mohammad Irfan. So Yasir Shah, so they have a lot of spin variety. They have a left arm spinner Imad Wazim, they have a right arm off spinner Bilal Asif, be a genuine spinner, and then they have a right arm spinner Yasir Shah. So we all know that Mohammad Hafiz has really played a great role for Pakistan as far as bowling is concerned, and since his suspect action is deemed suspect, he wouldn't be in a position to bowl, which is unfortunate. So that is as far as the Pakistan team is concerned. I'm sure we are going to have an exciting match happening. The weather conditions are supposed to be hazy, but it's going to be warm. But I think that would really, if it's going to be hazy, one can understand there will be some swing available. Probably the Pakistan bowlers can really exploit it, and probably that was the reason Zimbabwe decided that they would not go with two genuine picks. And probably in that manner, if you look at the weather conditions saying it's going to be hazy, as you know, in hazy conditions the ball really tends to swing in the air, and probably in that context I would say that it would be probably Chao Chibaba, Hamilton Masakaja and Edwin Chingumbra who could probably swing the ball with their pace, and probably that could probably work for them. Okay, so now so that is the first one international preview of the Zimbabwe versus Pakistan. And now the news that I'm going to talk about is West Indies cricket. Now West Indies cricket, yesterday I spoke to you that Phil Simmons was sacked as the coach, and now the West Indies have selected the squad for the ODIs and T20s in Sri Lanka. Now looking at the squad there, looking at the squad that travelled for the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand, Chris Gayle is not there, but Chris Gayle is not there with a reason. He is having a back surgery, so he's out. So probably he would be fit for the T20 World Cup, I reckon. But what is really surprising for me is that Darren Sammy, who is the total contributor to West Indies cricket, who has done a lot of service to West Indian cricket, and he is fine. And I think Darren Sammy is a complete package, whether it be the captaincy, whether it be his batting, his bowling, fielding. He's there all over the place, and such a utility cricketer has been omitted from the West Indies ODI squad and also the T20 squad. Lendl Simmons is not there. That is also, Lendl Simmons has been doing well. He did well in the IPL, if I'm not wrong. Suleiman Ben doesn't find a place. Sheldon Cottrell has lost his place. Nikita Miller has lost his place. Kemar Rose, one of the genuine picks from the West Indies, has lost his place. And Dwayne Smith, now that comes as a surprise for me. That's another surprise. One is Darren Sammy and Dwayne Smith, both are out of the mix. But one good thing to happen, I'll be talking about that. The players who have been included in place of these players are Devendra Bishu, the right-arm leg spinner, who has made who's making his way back into the West Indies team. And then we have Jermaine Blackwood, the talented batsman from West Indies, comes into the T20 and one-day internationals. We have Carlos Brathwaite, Andre Fletcher, who is an aggressive opening batsman, into the mix here, Jason Mohammed, and Ravi Rampaul. Now I'm very happy for Ravi Rampaul, because I was really feeling for Ravi Rampaul when he was left out of the World Cup 2015, but I'm very happy that Ravi Rampaul has finally made his way back into the West Indies cricket team. So, and the other thing, and the best thing to happen according to me, also Darren Bravo has come back, but the best thing according to me that has happened is Sunil Narine, the mystery spinner, has made it to the team. Now Sunil Narine, as you know, he himself coming into the team itself is something which is going to be really a great thing, because he's a mystery bowler, and he can really throttle the runs, he can frustrate the batsman, and he can pick up wickets too. So Sunil Narine has come back into the team, and for me that is a great thing to happen for West Indies cricket. So if you look at it, the changes of squad as far as ODIs are concerned, Devendra Bishu, I've already spoken about it, and as far as T20s are concerned, Suleiman Ben, Carlos Brathwaite, Sheldon Cottrell, Chris Gayle, Ashley Nurse, Dwayne Smith are all out. In comes Samuel Badri, the right-arm spinner, Darren Bravo, Jonathan Carter, who is a good specialist, T20 specialist. Johnson Charles, after quite a long time, has made his way back into the T20 for West Indies. Sunil Narine, Ravi Rampaul, and Jerome Taylor. So Ravi Rampaul and Sunil Narine are figuring in both the T20 and one-day versions, and I think that is another good thing to happen for West Indies cricket. And also, now looking at the squad, But I'm also wondering that Kemar Roche, why he was really left out. It's a bit of a surprise for me, Kemar Roche. And as you know, there's going to be 3 ODIs that they're going to play. 1st of November is the first one-day international between Sri Lanka and West Indies. The ODI squad, if you look at it, well, it doesn't have Dwayne Bravo or Kieron Pollard, but in the T20s, one thing that I see is that even though Jason Holder, as you know, is the new captain of the West Indies ODI side, so West Indies ODI is going to be led by Jason Holder. And as far as T20s are concerned, Darren Sammy, who has been dropped for the one-day internationals, will be captaining the T20 squad. And then they have Samuel Badri, Darren Bravo, and the good thing is that they also have Kieron Pollard into the mix. They have Dwayne Bravo into the mix. Dinesh Ramadhin is in the mix, so which is good to see. And Dinesh Ramadhin, who has lost his place as captain to Jason Holder in the one-day internationals, has also been left out of the side. So Dinesh Ramadhin does not even find a place in the ODI squad, and he has got a place in the T20 squad there. And Andre Russell, well, Andre Russell is there figuring in both ODIs and ODIs, which is good. Now Marlon Samuels is figuring in the T20 squad. Marlon Samuels doesn't figure in the ODI squad, so that is also a sort of a real something that I'm not happy about, because Marlon Samuels, I think, is an exciting stroke maker, and he doesn't figure in the ODIs, but he figures in the T20. And they have Jerome Taylor is there in both the versions of the game. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really puts a wrap on this Cricket Happening show of mine today. Hope you all loved this cricket show, and I'll be bringing you more cricket happenings tomorrow, which will be on my next cricket show. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.